Yes, yeah, we start filming that next week. So it's been a long time, you know, since we finished to it being on.
Surely much more
better,
fun.
much better. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tongs and rollers and hairspray like you would never imagine.
Yeah.
But no, it's the scripts keep a straight face for me.
Do they?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's great. I mean, those scenes with Aidan are great. They're sort of buzzy. They're long awaited. You know, we don't have many of them. So when we get to sort of sit across the table and talk to each other, it's really it's fun. Yeah, we have more. We finally have a few.
We do.
I mean, we're not very nice to each other in them, but it's
I get
nice.
very nervous working with Jack because he's so good. He keeps me on my toes all the time.
Come on.
Intimidating.
Very,
Say the same.
Yeah.
We've been very fortunate that that there's been constant interest, even though we haven't been on TV for a while. It's kind of strange for us that it's coming out now because we're sort of focusing on the third, and now it's all. But we've just recently seen it, so so it's all coming back to us now.
Yeah.
It was great. I can't believe we actually managed to do it. We talked about it, and then suddenly everyone was available for a week, and we just booked tickets. And I brought them home and took them to my grandmother's cottage in the countryside.
Oh, how lovely.
And for some inexplicable reason, they managed to see the Northern Lights at the end of August.
Wow.
And I never thought that would happen. So I think it was a very successful trip. She wasn't in the cottage, but we all went and visited her afterwards to kind of say thank you and brought her some flowers and cake. And she made them all line up, and she made me tell her who's playing who, because Poldark hadn't come out in Iceland at that point. So I had to explain to her who everyone is and what character they're playing.
You were saying you've taken like the summer off, so this is a little bit of a shocker, this early alarm call.
It is, but I better get used to it. We start shooting the new series on, well, next Monday. So, yeah, the work begins pretty soon. I need to get back into the rhythm of it all.
I think the pressure's pretty high all the time, really, but it's just exciting to be starting again. And yeah, I can't wait to start filming next week.
I mean, it's nice to walk in to shoot a second series of something that's been received so well. I mean, the way the pressure's kind of off, you know, you can go in and enjoy it really and not worry about, do we have an audience and have we found our demographic or whatever that is, or ratings. We can kind of go in and enjoy it, I guess. I don't, yeah, maybe there is a bit of pressure. I'm starting to feel a bit panicked when you said that.
Yeah, you should be. The whole country are waiting.
Definitely should be.
We can't wait to watch it. We can't wait to watch it.
We shoot all 9 episodes at once. I think one of the first scenes I film next week is a scene from episode 9. So yeah, it's dead exciting. It certainly keeps you on your toes because you have to be totally across everything.
You're dying tomorrow, on Wednesday you get married, and
yeah,
that kind of thing.
Is that crazy?
Exactly.
It's a bit odd, all right, but you kind of get used to it. I don't know any TV show or film, for that matter, that doesn't shoot like that. I mean, everything is out of order. That's
I thought Poldark was live.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it feels like that.
I think my mum forced me to watch it, but I spent the whole time hiding behind the sofa. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of watching myself. Too critical, I think.
Yeah, no, I can't do it. Especially when it goes out, I get quite panicked because I know everyone else is watching it at the same time. I can't be dealing with that at all. No, I haven't seen the first series.
So what do you do when Poldark is on? Because you can't go for a walk. Because if you walk past like someone's house and they're watching it and you're walking
that does sound like an idea, though. I'd be into that.
Take the outfit home and wear the exact outfit and like go into the pub at 10 and people will be like,
there's something in that. I don't know. I tend to just forget that the show's on and do something entirely different. I'll be working this time around, really. I mean, we're down in Cornwall on Sunday to do some press. Yeah, just avoid at all costs.
They're not too bad, but yeah, they do tear me to pieces, and they really laugh at me and make fun of me at some points, especially my singing. My mum seems to find that totally hilarious. But yeah, no, it's great. It's great watching it with the family. It's slightly cringe-making, but it's okay.
No one's forcing me to watch it at all. I mean, no one even calls me when the show is on. I don't get good luck texts. I get nothing. It's radio silence at the Turner household. No. I don't get pressure for that at all.
I mean, it's as iconic as like the Mona Lisa or something. We see this picture a lot.
Yeah, the picture's around, isn't it?
The picture is around.
Do you take your top off?
I did, and you didn't see it, no?
Did you not see that bit?
I'm holding it side. Yeah. I do, and then I cut some grass.
Yeah.
It's a really good scene. You should check it out.
I should.
You should watch it.
I've never heard of that.
Hot in that scene. I'll send you a copy.
In our last bit of chat, people have noticed Aidan Turner just said he was going to die. Please say that's not happening.
Did I say that?
I knew that would happen. As it came out of your mouth,
Yeah.
I thought, Aidan...
Oh, you're kidding. What else have I said if I don't remember that?
I mean, it's quite a big thing
You
to
also
say.
said you're getting married.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, you said it dying on Friday, getting married on Wednesday.
Oh, right, okay. I do remember I said that. Take that all back. I mean, yeah.
Actually, he does die. They're going to rename the show Demelza, and I'm going to take over.
Wow,
for the next 4
yes,
seasons.
congrats.
Spoiler alert.
Demelza on BBC One. You don't die.
I don't, to the best of my knowledge,
He doesn't die.
in the...
He doesn't die.
No.
Doesn't die. It would be really shocking if you tuned in and then he's like, ugh.
I know, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Demelza.
Oh, yeah, right.
What happened? Tell everyone what happened.
Well, when you shoot in the sea, I mean, you're at the mercy of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where Ross picks up Demelza and takes her out of a boat. She's pregnant, and he sort of marches her back to the beach. And we just had a lot of trouble. I mean, Cornwall is just so tempestuous, and the sea it's all a bit crazy, and I don't know, the boat turned over and hit me in the head, and it hit a camera guy, and he went underwater, and it was very traumatic.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're smiling now. Were you ever like...
Oh, no,
were you ever like, get my agent on the phone?
There was a bit of diva stuff going on. I mean, I know I dropped Eleanor, and she plunged in the water. Do you remember this?
Yes, I
dropped
remember.
you. I mean,
like,
what a
yes,
gent.
yes, I do.
Ross Poldark by name, by nature. Yeah, I think I stormed off and said I'm not going to come back until we have this sea thing sorted out.
Yeah.
Sort out this tide issue.
You control the sea. Come on. Do you ever see each other being a little bit diva-y because, you know, this show is so successful? It's like primetime BBC One. No. Do you ever, or is there anyone on the set that is a little bit like, oh my God, they are feeling the Poldark hype here?
I don't know. I think we're pretty good at bringing each other back down to ground.
She's being so diplomatic.
I am, yes.
That's,
no, I think we're good mates, but no one's really diva. It's
Okay,
a great cast, great crew.
Everyone is saying that you might be James Bond.
Oh, I told you not to mention that. It is just rumours. I mean, there's nothing in it. There's still somebody playing the role. I mean, that's the only reason why I don't like to talk about it, because there is a James Bond. You're kind of like chatting about somebody else's part when, you know...
And Daniel Craig's well hard.
And he's well hardened, yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
So I don't want to, yeah.
You scared of him, Aidan?
What time when did we go to the ads again here?
I feel like a girl James Bond, no offence, a girl James Bond would be a great
Especially a ginger James Bond.
Right?
I mean, come on.
Come on. Are you listening, Barbara Broccoli? Give us a call. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in today.
Cheers.
It was great to see you. Poldark back on the telly on Sunday at 9 p.m. We'll be watching. Aidan won't be. Thank you, guys.
We're all quite surprised. I mean, you never really expect this with any show, but especially when you come out to Cornwall. I mean, the support we have this side of the country is yeah, it's the real deal. I think there's a lot of it.
They've been incredibly supportive. It's lovely. I think Cornwall is at the heart of the show, and I think, you know, we couldn't do it without them, really.
Well, I mean, there are challenges. Yeah, there are windy and rainy challenges. But I think it serves the tone of where this series is going, which is a bit darker, a bit kind of yeah, I mean, it goes to places that the first didn't go. I think it stretches itself, and we learn more about all the people, and we learn maybe darker sides of all the people. And so it complements the story, I think, and it was appropriate that we start filming at that time of year.
I think precisely that, you know, the fact that you can take this character on such a journey throughout, you know, both series has been fabulous. I think this series we see the growth of Demelza and Ross's relationship and what a real marriage is like, and also Elizabeth's involvement in that. So.
And that's going to be tested even further in this series, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, it goes right down to the wire, I suppose. Yeah. No, it's rock bottom for these guys right now. I mean, he's facing a death sentence really if he gets locked up, and his company has folded and they're broke, and they've just lost a daughter. So it's a tricky time for them both. So, but that's when it's the important things that get you through, you know.
No, he grows. I think he grows. He kind of he learns, and he gets bolder and more confident, and involves himself more in Ross and Ross's dealings, and yeah, I think he becomes a bolder rival.
If he's found guilty, he could hang.
If he hangs, he'll have only himself to blame.
Prince Charles last weekend in the Sunday papers said that you've done wonders for the re-emergence
Prince Charles said that, did he?
Yes, of traditional farming methods. He said he can't quite replicate the way that you scythe, but he scythes at Highgrove.
Yeah, mine is it's an expert technique really. It requires you to get topless and all that kind of thing. He wouldn't be into it, I suppose. Yeah, that picture's been everywhere at this stage. I mean, I see it almost on a daily basis in some way, shape or form. I'm jam first.
I'm jam first.
I am jam first.
3 out of 3.
Excellent news.
You can come back to Cornwall anytime. Good luck with Series 2 and, of course, filming for Series 3. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
I am delighted and honoured to present the TV Actor of the Year award to the unfeasibly talented, the irresistibly formed, yet average-looking, but down-to-earth, Aidan Turner.
Wow, this is really cool. Thanks, Jim. Nice to hear you telling the truth for once. Yeah, this is a real honour. Thank you, GQ. Thank you, Dylan. It's a huge honour to share this room with all these wonderful people and this talent, and it's a really special night.
Well, where are you tonight? We're missing you. I'll see you soon.
Thanks so much,
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.